Hi guys, welcome back to the UK and Ireland tour. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two home games against Colwyn Bay and Bala Town. We've got 4 games left in the season. Originally we were going to come back for the Llandudno game, but we've moved past that one. These last 4 games of the season are all going to be the big ones. We are 6 points clear of TNS. We have TNS to play, which will be in tomorrow's episode. And obviously, if we tie up the title today, then we won't have an episode with those 2 games tomorrow. And obviously, we could end up with a new club at that point afterwards as well. So we know what we've got to do. We need 2 victories. If one comes against one of these 2 sides and the one away at TNS, that is enough. Other than that, we need 3 games without defeat. And 2 of them would have to be victories as well. But looking at this as well, TNS are in good form themselves at the moment. But we have managed to sort ourselves out a little bit. In terms of recent form, we did lose in the Welsh Cup, unfortunately, on penalties against relegated Penabont. Again, for whatever reason, we just can't seem to get any regularity against them. But since you were last with us, we've had some very good results anyway. Few wins knocking about the place, as well as a couple of draws here and there as well. But the game away against Llandudno last time out, a 3-2 win there, a very important result. All of the games have been relatively close, if truth be told, but of course that home win against TNS was very much vital. Draws against Colwyn Bay and Llandudno previously there as well, with a good win away against Bala Town. And obviously since the split, it does make it a little bit more competitive. But with these 4 games to go, Colwyn Bay still sat in 3rd place, I believe. Yes, they are. And Ballatown down in 5th. If we can get good results today against both of these sides, we are going to be looking pretty good. But Colwyn Bay, again, a side that we've struggled against throughout the campaign. And hopefully we can find a way to get the result that we require today. Obviously, if TNS drop points as well, and we win these 2 games, that will be the season done. So we're relying on us doing our job, but we're also potentially relying on TNS dropping points as well. If we win both of our games and they win both of their games today, within this episode, obviously we'll be back for that game against TNS because that could potentially decide the title as well tomorrow. We've not really done too much in the way of signings, as you can imagine. Everything is quite tightly congested in terms of finances. We did manage to bring in a striker on loan, Lewis Griffiths. He came in from Oxford. We do want to sign him permanently on a free transfer, but it's not something we've been able to do, and he's actually just signed a contract extension as well. He's not really set as a light by any means. He's more of a poacher than a pressing forward, and it's not really worked out for us. Really, we did agree to play him as a poacher, but the system doesn't really work as well without that pressing forward in there, and he's not really been as good, unfortunately, as we'd have hoped. Just the 1 goal in 4 games, and his parent club wanted him to score 9 goals, to be quite honest, and he's nowhere near going to be able to do that. So Oyed Sunday is going to start again back up front. The rest of the team is pretty much as normal. A lot of the squad want pay rises and they want to be considered as star players. The likes of Kenny Coker, for example, they all want to stay but be star players. So a lot of them are going to end up getting released. We have already started getting a couple of players in ready for next season. A few players have signed pre-contract agreements, but again, it's proving very difficult at the moment without having any scouting ability as well. So certainly things to think about, especially if we do end up here for another season. And in the meantime, we've got a lot to think about for the here and now. As you can imagine, a title chase is on, and it's very much in our hands as it was last season. We ended up bottling it last year. Can we go all the way this time round? If we can get a result today against Colwyn Bay, that would definitely stand us in good stead. Um, would I be happy with a draw? Probably, because these games do tend to be very, very close against them. And on occasion, they have completely outplayed us, and we've gotten away with it as well. But if we can somehow find a way to win today, and then obviously try and get that result against Barla Town, that would be great. As Beckett there, gets the strike away. It goes comfortably wide. Subani's not done too bad in goal. Yes, we're still conceding more goals than we should be with the quality that we have in the side, but we continue to be very competitive in matches and we continue to find ways to win, which is the important thing as things stand. Colwyn Bay, as you can see, in terms of chance creation, are a lot better at the moment. And again, we're starting to really struggle in relation to our forward, but a number of the players again, they're not signing new contracts. They're potentially trying to find a way around everything. If we'd have been able to offer new contracts, we might be playing better, but it's just not happened. And we find ourselves behind, and it's Lewis Beckett with the goal. And once again, Colwyn Bay looks set to be a thorn in our side. We're going to demand more because, again, we've been so poor today. And we've been poor in a majority of these matches, but we've still managed to find a way to win. Llandudno should have beaten us both times, if truth be told, and yet we've come away with 4 points. And Taylor with a header, and he had space at this near post here, but Russell comfortably saving as he tried to go back across goal. And again, we're going to demand more. And I think, to be honest, we're going to have to make some changes tactically here because this has been a very poor performance so far. Schwabe can go up there. We'll get Griffiths on as a poacher. That is how he's best. And we'll leave it like that for the wide players as well. Hopefully, we can find a way to get back into this game. And with 20 minutes to go, we'll go attacking as well. And again, there's not really a lot more we can do. Kenny Coker's not in goal scoring form, so there's no point bringing him on either. Again, demand more. Very attacking now is what we need to be doing, and we will do so. Here is Oyatunde into Hines, Taylor Clark, Ayaraha, trying to cut inside, lays it back to King. Taylor Clark, out to Prescott. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. There's Griffiths, and that's a good save from Russell. Big opportunity for Griffiths there to become a bit of a hero. We need to get something from this game. Ayaraha with the corner, swings it into the far post. Prescott couldn't get there. Russell makes the claim, and it remains 1-0 to Colwyn Bay. And I'm frightened again that we're going to throw this away, this title race again. And it'd be a shame because, again, we've done all the hard work, but the final hurdle, we could throw it away. Like I say, with TNS away as well, it very much could end up out of our hands. And we don't want it to go the same way as last season. We need this title wrapped up. Eraha looking over the top. Griffiths does get there. Squares it. Oyatunde. That's a shocking finish. He's got to score there. He really does have to score there. And again, our strikers are impotent in front of goal. They've been so poor this season. Our top scorers are our wingers again. And it's just not happening for us. Searle here with a throw. Launches it long. Watts couldn't get there and Doherty picks it up. Now Smith. I'm hoping we've got at least one more chance here. There's a minute to go in injury time. Oyatunde couldn't get the ball past Hill. He launches it over the top. Smith wins the header, finds Doherty. Ayaraha lofts it over the top and wide, and Taylor manages to get there, swings it in. Hines is at the far post, and Josh Hines, I mean, he's part of the favoured personnel at the club. There's only myself and him that are on the favoured personnel list. He has come back with a vital equaliser here with 30 seconds left of time. It's a very good cross from Taylor. And Hines with a very good header. Russell beaten. It's a very typical goal from Hines, as we've seen many a time. Normally it's Prescott with the delivery. But we've managed to get back into this game. And again, we've salvaged a point. We had more attempts on target, but we couldn't finish the job. And the gap is to 7 points, but TNS obviously with a game in hand. So a lot to play for still going forward. And we need to beat Bala. That is for sure. Obviously, the gap would be down to 4 points, I think, then if TNS won. We need to win against Bala. And we need to hope that TNS drop points in their game as well. Bala's in 13 days' time. I'm not going to bother resting players. I do sometimes for these big breaks. but we need to keep everyone fighting fit in training. TNS, funnily enough, are playing Bala, and obviously they could go within 4 points of us here if they win. We'll just double check on it first and see what happens. TNS have won comfortably 2-0, and this is shades of last season. They're closing the gap right when it matters most. We've got pretty much 2 weeks then until the game against Bala. Bear with me, and hopefully we've got a win coming our way because the pressure is definitely on. Okay then guys, here we go for the game against Bala Town. We're still top of the league. There's been no other fixtures as far as I'm aware. Um, so we're pretty much at full strength today. Hopefully we can go out there and again get a good result. Um, I consider the draw against Colwyn Bay a good result, given the fact that we were behind and we still have that 4 point gap, of course, as well. So a win today would certainly go a long way in helping matters. Can we get out there and get the job done? It's certainly a requirement in today's match. And hopefully we can get off to a quick start. Taylor under pressure from Buchanan, who does well to clear, but is picked up by Isaac Smith. And now Ayaraha. Back to Smith again. Taylor Clark into Oyatunde. Has support. Finds Prescott on this right-hand side. Chance to get it into the penalty area. Swings it into the far post. Taylor's made his way across. And I mean, Hines was over there and he should have chanced for it himself. Taylor ending up making the good run, but out of position and had to head back across goal. We are very dominant in the early stages. A couple of chances created, very good in terms of possession. Can we get ourselves in front? Taylor with the delivery to that far post. Ayara heads it down for Oyatunde, and we have, funnily enough, had a chat with Oyatunde as well, and just saying, look, we need you to get back to scoring ways because he's really struggling for form, and when it matters most, we need a goal-scoring striker, and it's not happening. Bulkley trying to get the header in there. Tobin picks it up, lays it into the penalty area for Bulkley again. Good interception from Josh Hines. And a potential counter-attack is on. Oyatunde lays it back to Ayaraha. Trying to cut through the centre, lays it back to Schwabe. Just holds into possession. Chance to play it down this left-hand side. Finds Doherty in space. Lays it square. Sunday carried it a little bit further wide. Played in. Hines can't make the turn and it's cleared away. And Walker with the touch on. And in the end, he can't keep control. And Subani picks it up and lays it across to King. And now Schwabe. It's a very long highlight, this one. Sunday, that's a great pass. Down to this right-hand side. Taylor gets there, crosses it in. Hines at the far post. He's hit the woodwork. And his second strike is well blocked by the defender. And it remains 0-0. But we're looking very, very bright here. Very good signs indeed. But again, we need to get the ball in the back of the net. And we need our striker to start being a striker. We need goals. And from a goal difference perspective, we're fine. But obviously, we need to win these games. Here's Taylor. Coming down this right-hand side again. He's looked very lively so far, Taylor. Prescott into Taylor Clark. And now Schwabe plays it into Taylor. And it's off the post again. It was a heavy deflection off the defender. It was a good hit from Bradley Taylor. But again, off the base of the post. Prescott with the throw to Taylor Clark. Schwabe into Prescott. Can he get the ball in? Yes, he can. And Oyatunde has missed from 2 yards. He really is frustrating me so much at the moment. And again, we're dominating, but we can't find the back of the net. Taylor Clark into King. Now Schwabe. Eraha into Smith. Back to Hines. Into Smith again. Plays it to the left-hand side. Doherty now. Picking it up. Can he get the cross in? He lays it into Eraha. Now Schwabe at the edge of the penalty area. Well, I'll say the edge of the penalty area. Not quite there. King into Taylor Clark. Prescott makes a good run down this right side. He has to check it a little. Tries to get past his man and he does well. Whips it into the far post. Hines is there again. And again, it's off the woodwork. This is so frustrating. Roberts now into Saiger. Inside to Rigby. Bala Town looking to put pressure on themselves for the first time in this game. Schwabe doing well to win the tackle. He needs support though, but he continues his run superbly and finds Oyatunde. And now Taylor. Into Taylor Clark. Has support on this right-hand side if we can get there. Taylor Clark into the penalty area. Lays it across. And there it's the goal. Finally, we break the deadlock, but again, it's where our striker needs to be. Bradley Taylor with the goal, and we take the lead at long last. It's a very important goal for us. Hopefully, we can build on it. But Bradley Taylor, right where Oyatunde needs to be, and right where Oyatunde should be finishing from as well. But Bradley Taylor with the goal will take it for sure, and we are finally and deservedly in front. No attempts at goal at all from Bala Town today. 12 attempts from us and 5 on target just in this first half. It's been a dominant performance, but we only have the one goal to show for it. We need to keep this up in the second half and not get any complacency at all. Taylor just struggling a little bit fitness wise, so it's something to keep an eye on. But Oyatunde again, not scoring. Very much a concern going forward, to be honest. But again, we're still creating opportunities, but only a third of our attempts have been on target. It's not good enough. Prescott into Taylor Clark, back to Prescott, swings it in. Hines is there, and I mean, we finally had a little bit of luck there from the woodwork. Hines in off the inside of the post. It's 2-0 now, and finally we have the lead that we deserve. We will make some changes after this highlight as well. It's a great delivery again. Hines with the header off the inside of the post. We've seen it so many times from him, and he's not the best. He's far from the best player at the club. That is for sure. But my word, he just keeps on delivering for us, doesn't he? We're going to get Blacker on that left-hand side. Oyatunde's coming off as well. We're going to get Kenny Coker on, see if he can break his goal-scoring duck as well. And we'll leave it at that for now. Obviously, Hines struggling a little bit for fitness as well, but we are struggling a little bit for options at the minute. So we'll just keep an eye on it as Hines gets into the penalty area. He gets brought down. Taylor Clark fires it in. It's cleared away. Smith now picks it up. Into Doherty. And now Eraha. Back to Smith. And now King. Back to Taylor Clark. Kenny Coker. Out wide to Prescott. Coker gets into the penalty area there. He's not received the ball yet. Taylor Clark's delivery and Blacker is there. And again, in and around the 6-yard box, we need to be hitting the target with attempts like that. And it goes just over the bar. But we've done what we've needed to do today. And the important thing is we have got the win. And I know there's a few minutes to go, but Bala with just 2 attempts at goal and nothing on target from them. So we're looking good from today's fixture, that is for sure. Taylor Clark here, just holding on to possession in the central midfield, lays it back to Isaac Smith, and now Prescott into Josh Hines, coming down this right-hand side, and unfortunately losing possession. Here's Walker, lays it across. That's a shocking pass, and Blacker picks it up, has support with Josh Hines arriving. He cuts into the penalty area. Josh Hines, and in the end, it's just wide. But another very well-worked move from our point of view. Fortunately, again, off target. We've done the job though today. It's another 3 points on the board. It's a very important 3 points on the board as well. And again, it's our 2 wingers that have got the goals. Coker off the bench did nothing really, and Oyatunde struggling as well. So we're 7 points clear. We need to figure out what happens with TNS's game against Holywell. If TNS lose, we win the title. If they draw, we can win the title against them, which would be then in tomorrow's episode, of course. I fear I know what will happen when we play them, especially with it being away from home. But let's see what's happened in the meantime. Prescott again with a very good performance and another assist to add to his collection. He's been outstanding again this year at right back. And Colwyn Bay won 2-0 away at Llandudno, which is a pretty good result, to be fair, because every time we play Llandudno, we really do struggle. The game against TNS, from our point of view, is actually in 2 weeks' time. In terms of their schedule, so they play Holywell on the 28th, so that's today. So we'll just push on through for that for the moment and see what their result is. Obviously, if they win, we're back tomorrow. And, well, anything other than a defeat, we're back tomorrow for the game against them to potentially win the league. It'll be quite nice, but it's not going to happen. A 4-1 win, and that's not what I like to see. Brad Young scores against us every time nearly that we play against them. And he's just bagged 4 goals there against Holywell. 19 league goals he's on at the moment. He's had a very good season this season. Doesn't make me feel too confident when we're coming up against them, but we do have that little bit of leeway. 4 points clear. If we avoid defeat, we win the title against them. And then we've got Holywell at home on the last day. It's all to play for. The decision on who will win the title will come tomorrow. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.